It wasn't supposed to happen like this, but of course it happened like this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. This is one of those rambling videos where I just ramble and don't really edit. It's super easy to put out, and I didn't feel like putting out a bunch of work into a mock draft today, the day after the Blazers lose a lottery pick. That instead should be coming tomorrow, or maybe I'll put it off a week. We'll see. But yeah, so the Blazers got absolutely screwed last night. If you've been living under a rock, the Pelicans played their way into the playoffs. It was our worst fear realized right in front of our eyes, and it was a frustrating game. You had the Clippers look like they were dead in the water early, then they storm back and take a 13-point lead at home, and it seemed like it was going to happen. We're going to be okay. But we're Blazer fans, and we're never okay, and the Pelicans stormed back and won the freaking game. And I'm just going to ramble a little bit about this situation, and that's going to be the video. So hopefully you enjoy these types of videos. Hopefully you've been enjoying the daily content that I've been putting out. As a content creator, it's doubly frustrating because I had planned on doing draft profiles on players around the late lottery or early teens. That pick, we could have stayed there and drafted somebody, or we could have traded it down and maybe gotten 2 first-round picks that we could have used, and now we get a 2025 Milwaukee first, which 3 years from now, and it could be a late first. It doesn't have any value, and I don't see how it's going to help Dame win a championship in Portland, or contend for a championship in Portland. That's just my honest feelings. If you want our immediate, right after the fact, emotional, expletive-filled reaction, we live streamed on our second channel, Blazers Uprise Live. Go check the description box for that second channel. It's the last stream that we have on there. Warning, the language is not suitable for work or for watching around your family, unless your family is into me cussing and losing my mind. Anyway, it's a situation in which it's frustrating as a Blazer fan, obviously, because it hurts the team. But for me, it's even more frustrating because it makes things tough as a content creator that makes content on the team. And this is something I haven't really talked about too much, but to be honest, I mean, I'm just going to be honest in this video and ramble. It gets frustrating trying to sit here and pitch hope and pitch possibilities and all this sort of thing, and then you end up having the Clippers trade happen, and then you end up having the CJ trade happen, and then the pick from the CJ trade you don't even get, and it's just beat down after beat down after beat down, and somehow I have to sit here as a content creator and keep you clicking on the videos. I have to keep Blazer fans wanting to watch my content that I'm putting a bunch of time into, even though this team is extremely frustrating and keeps getting beat down and beat down and beat down by, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. It's really frustrating. So my reaction after that game was based as a Blazer fan, but then you combine that with frustrations as a content creator, and it's extremely taxing mentally for me to deal with this team right now. But I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep trying. Hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm doing. That's the thing. If you guys still enjoy it, if you guys still enjoy the videos, that's enough for me. The support means a lot because it's really tough to deal with this team right now. But I am gonna give it a positive spin in this video. I went in on all the negatives in last night's stream, and if you want to hear me just blast Joe Cronin in this whole situation, and Blazer fans that are excusing Joe Cronin for what he did at the trade deadline, you can go watch that stream, and hopefully you enjoy that. But I've been sitting here all day, kind of sad, pretty damn sad, trying to think about what positives do we have right now, okay? Because, I want you guys to hopefully be positive, and hopefully that keeps you coming back for more videos, but, as Blazer fans and whatnot, I know the pain that you're going through dealing with this sort of stuff. I'm going through the same thing. We're all in this together, right? That's cliche and wholesome or whatever, but it's the truth. So I was watching Philadelphia versus Toronto today. I was watching Tyrese Maxey go off. The game's still going on right now, but it's a blowout, so Philadelphia takes care of business in game 1. I watched Tyrese Maxey go off, and I realized that, I'm so focused on assets and asset acquisition and making the most of your assets. But you can't undervalue the part that comes along with just players turning into more valuable versions of themselves and manufacturing value that way. And that's what this team is going to have to do. You're going to have some of these young guys just absolutely break out or take big steps. And we saw it this year with Anthony Simons, and we saw Nasir Little at times look ready to make that step. And I mean, even a guy like a Trenton Watford who's under contract looked really, really good as a starter this year. And if he can just figure out how to shoot threes, he's a guy that could take a step forward and be a really serviceable role player. So with Chauncey Billups being a guy who seemingly knows how to develop players and give players confidence, maybe we have a little bit more hope for that than we did before. And if you combine that with the fact that we still have a top pick and we still have some hope, I'm ready for that pick to fall 2 spots to 8th, okay? I am absolutely ready. I will be pissed off when it happens and really sad when it happens, but I am absolutely ready for that. I am praying for the best and expecting the worst, okay? But if the best happens, you know, I don't want to get too far into this because I'm expecting disappointment. That's kind of just the way to go about things as a Blazer fan. But we still could end up getting lucky in the lottery and talking about a top 3 pick and having a bunch of excitement after May 17th. And we have some lead up there, and I know, you know, it feels like we're going to get screwed, but, you know, if you expect to get screwed, then what's the worst that can happen? What you expected happened. Okay, cool. If we move into the top 3, it'll be a lot of fun, especially if you move up to 1, because then you're talking about potential possibilities to maybe trade down from 1 to 3 and get the 12th pick, 13th pick. There's a lot of teams early in the lottery that then have mid-first round picks, and you're talking about kind of recouping that Pelicans pick and still remaining with the top 3 pick if you get number 1. It's not likely, but you know, there's different little moves around that, and I'm hoping that Cronin will figure something out in terms of just manufacturing another first-round pick. We still have our early second-round pick to talk about, so draft profiles with that will be fun. So there's still some aspects of this offseason to look forward to, and the following thing I don't fully buy, but I'm giving it to you just for some positivity. You look at that team that won that 4-game winning streak, and the reason I don't buy it is because I think that 4-game winning streak was a bit fluky. But if you look at that team that won that 4-game winning streak and how they were playing basketball, and then you add Dame, Nasir Little, a top lottery pick, and a full mid-level exception signing to that, I mean, that team could be scary, could be solid. They got to play defense. This team won't have it figured out offensively, but they got to play defense. But we've seen teams take jumps defensively. Anthony Simons plays hard defensively. I think he can be better than CJ. Dame will be healthy. If those guys can figure it out defensively, and, you know, maybe we bring in a Chet Holmgren or a Jabari Smith, who as a rookie, I think both those guys will be good defenders. Or maybe we end up trading the pick for an OG Anunoby or something. Who knows? But if we get the right defensive players around them, maybe the defense can be good enough. Because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day with this team, is just, can they freaking play defense? Because we know they're going to be able to score. We know Dame's going to be able to score. Ant's going to be able to score. Yusuf Nurkic, for as much crap as he gets, is a good offensive big man in my opinion. And then, you know, you add talent to that. Josh Hart can score off the bench, and hopefully, you know, Ingles gets re-signed and he comes back healthy, and Nas continues to find some consistency hopefully next year, and hopefully his shot is a little bit better. There's still reasons for optimism, and it still should be a fun team next year. I just think next year is going to be a case where we go in with no expectations and any sort of success. Even if it's like we're playing to get the 6th seed, we can actually enjoy it because of how rough the past year has been as a Blazer fan. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't really had anything positive whatsoever. And in previous seasons, it was like, okay, this needs to be the year we make a run towards a championship. This needs to be the year where we win 2 playoff series. We need to make the Western Conference Finals again, or we're taking a step back. There was a lot of pressure going into those seasons, and this next year, I just think it's going to be a situation where you have a top draft prospect. That'll be a lot of fun. Nas will get a lot of minutes, which will be fun. Anthony will finally be a full-time starter, and we'll see if he can continue to break out, which will be fun. I love watching Josh Hart play. And, you know, there's a lot of fun guys on the team that play hard, which wasn't really the case at the start of last season, even though I think last season's team might be a little bit more talented than this year's team at the start of this season. You know, you have fun guys, and it's going to be a situation where you're probably going into next year without many expectations, and it's going to be a situation where it might be actually easier to enjoy some Blazer basketball. So that's basically what I've been thinking about today as I mourn the loss of this Pelicans pick. I feel like I lost something valuable in my life, man, by losing that Pelicans pick, but I still think there's good things to look forward to with this team, good things to look forward to with this channel, good things to look forward to as a content creator. So I am, you know, looking forward to continuing to do what I do this off season and bring you guys content. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. That's an end for this video. We'll have continued daily uploads coming up in the next, I mean, every day. I was going to say the next few days, but every day for the rest of the offseason, at least until July. I'm tripping over my words. I'm not going to edit this. If you want to ask me a question, I'm dropping a mailbag on Monday. Okay, this is for all the people that listen to this whole ramble in full. Okay, thank you for listening to the whole thing. Drop a mailbag question down in the comment section below and say the word mailbag. If there's not enough questions, then I might have to put a prompt out somewhere to people that didn't watch this whole video, but I know who you are. If you leave a mailbag question, you're a real one. Leave me a mailbag question because I want to drop a mailbag on Monday, a couple days from now. So ask me about the Pelicans pick or the situation or even something that I talked about in this video that I can answer on the mailbag, and let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, and I'm out of here. Until next time, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.